All right, guys, this next guest has become like the most popular lady on Panda Chop News. Back for her third interview, we are talking the beautiful, talented, feisty Tina Torres.
What's good?
Hey, Tina, how you doing, girl?
I am fantastic. Never better.
That's so good to hear. You know, with the two interviews that we've done so far, how have you felt about the feedback that you've received on it?
Well, I haven't actually gone and looked at the feedback, and I do this for my sanity and mental health, but I have heard about the feedback.
That's good
So
to
I'm
hear.
here to say, as we step into Aries season, the savagery is real. Let the pettiness begin. So for all of the haters, y'all can suck my dick. No, I'm just playing.
Whoa there. Yo, I think that you would ruin a lot of fantasies if that were true. A lot of these fans that love watching you.
When I get into like my comedic roasting energy, it's very masculine. You know what I mean? So I use a lot of vulgarity, and that's just a facet of mine. And people need to understand that facet of me, but they also have to understand that even within that one facet of who I am, that it's all love at the end of the day still.
Right. So much going on in the media right now, right? Let's start with Diddy. When you saw Homeland Security raid his homes, what was your reaction?
I mean, it's about time. You know, that was my reaction. I'm like, this was inevitable.
Really? So you foresaw this coming?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What was it that made you think that, oh, this is going to happen?
Well, one, from a macrocosmic perspective, everything comes to light. What is done in secret will always come to light. And that was part of my mission here on Earth, was to shed light, specifically within the entertainment industry.
You know, it's interesting with the Diddy situation, right? It's like there's been so many rumors, so many allegations over the years for the longest time that it even became like a joke about Diddy's parties. You never know what's going to happen at Diddy's parties, right? Watch out for them Diddy parties. It's like a joke within the culture. So at this point, while there's no charges that have been brought up against him, at the same time, it's like, man, where there's smoke, there's fire. Like there can't be these many amount of people coming out and saying this about him and there not be some truth.
Right.
So what do you think about that situation though? Because like people are saying, like he's not proven to be guilty yet. So are we reacting too soon by feeling some type of way about it?
No, I mean, the truth is being revealed. At the same time, there are a lot of people. So you have many different communities. You have a lot of people that are really into music entertainment, that are hyper focused on this. And then you have the spiritual community that is viewing this as a form of distraction. Now, I see it's both, because there's a lot going on with the wars and stuff, and we won't touch on that because that's just another topic. But let's compartmentalize and let's talk about this. Let's be in this. And it's just, this is kind of like the door opening wide. Mark my words. This is like it's about to flood open the rest of the entertainment industry, because Diddy was one of the biggest gatekeepers. Like, we're talking about spiritually, energetically. He kept the key to the gate, to the portal into the spirit realm that gives you access to all the fame and wealth in the music industry, and specifically in the hip hop realm. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And that's an interesting thing, right? Because like you would think that somebody of that status, somebody of that stature had protection over him for so many X amount of years, right? So now that it's been a green light on him, what do you think happened? Like, did somebody target him specifically?
Well, and I've been saying this. It's like, okay, so all of these, evildoers, workers, people who are doing crazy stuff on Earth, they're all kind of like going to war against each other now, because their ego has grown so big and they feel like they have so much money and so much power that nobody can touch them. So I guess it was last June where he tried suing the owners of Ciroc and DeLeon for racial stuff.
Right.
And when you bite the hand that feeds you, And when you sign on the dotted line, and those are your superiors, because Diddy really is just a small person. The entertainment industry is only meant to, they're like puppets to distract from the bigger picture. So he was really just a little guy in the bigger scope of things. And his ego got a little too big, and he thought that he could combat the powers that be. And they said, guess what? You know what I mean? And now a big portion of the music industry is now being exposed because he got a little too haughty.
You know, and that's interesting, right? Because then like he ended up settling where it was like, okay, we won't put our business out there anymore. And he's no longer an owner of any of those liquor brands that he was pushing for the longest time, right? You always associated Ciroc with Diddy. He's not a part of that anymore. DeLeon, he's, you know, that was newer, but at the same time, like he's no longer a part of that as well. So it's like, what do you think happened where it's like, I'm willing to give this up now?
Well, he wasn't willing to give it up. It's like he had to forcefully do it, I'm sure. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you gotta cut your losses, take your losses and maneuver now. So he got a spanking. He's not allowed to be the face of these things, because these people, just like Jay-Z and Beyonce and them, they don't actually own anything. They are part of the boule. They're puppets controlled by bigger people that are doing bigger things on the planet. You know what I mean?
So are we talking like the Illuminati, like in that vein?
Yeah, I mean, you can call it that. You know what I mean? I don't like to use that word because it's so triggering and it's been used so loosely everywhere. But yeah, we can call it that. The boule is like a sect of the Illuminati, you know, where it was a mixed race of people, black and white, to be able to fool masses of people and classes and of people.
Definitely. Would you say that it's kind of like a parallel where Kanye felt like so powerful and he felt like he could say what he wanted to do and he pissed off the wrong person and then they humbled him to a certain extent?
Yes. Kanye is a little different though, because he is, you know, even though he did sell his soul, and I'm sure he has engaged in certain harmful acts, I believe the condition of his heart is different than somebody like Diddy's, because he came out trying to expose it and realizing, you know what I mean? He's realizing he has to turn from these ways and even sabotage his own career and his own good standing with the entire world to shed light.